Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Window Shopping. My name is Stephen Mead with Domicile real estate for people who love houses, which I'd imagine is you because you are watching this video. And this week I have a house for you that, sometimes if you're somebody who loves unique homes and homes that have meaning, sometimes there are houses that just jump out and speak to you for one reason or another. And this is one of those houses for me, and I'm guessing it's going to be one of those houses for you too. Now, if you receive our daily dose emails, you've actually already seen this house because we featured it earlier this week. But this is the first time we're going to kind of do a video and really go through it. By the way, if you'd like to be on those daily dose emails, where we kind of give you basically the best listings that come up each day during the week in Los Angeles and Orange counties under $2.5 million. There is a link down below for you to sign up for that email list. And that really gives you the up-to-date information on the latest stuff that's hitting the market. Anyhow, let's go ahead and get started. And, this is not a cheap house. It is under $2 million, but it's definitely a luxury purchase by any measure. But like I said, this is one that just kind of speaks to me in a way that, it's pretty obvious when you see it. This is 2207 Pinecrest Drive. It's in the hills of Altadena. It's actually really close to some of the Eaton Canyon trails. It kind of overlooks Eaton Canyon, actually. It's a big house. So it's built in 1966, and it's over 2,600 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 3 baths. The rooms are all very generously sized. This one is not our listing. It is listed by Cynthia Cohn of Cynthia Cohn and Associates. But if you would like to see this home, I don't think it's going to last long. Definitely reach out to us. We would absolutely love to show it to you. But let's go ahead and get started. It's priced, by the way, just under $1.9 million at 1.895. It actually sits on a pretty good sized lot too. I forget the exact square footage on it. 0.44 acres. So almost a half acre lot. And I just want to tell you about some of the reasons why this home kind of speaks. Number one, this is an unusual facade for a house. A lot of times architects draw on a lot of influence from other architects and other homes being built. This doesn't quite look like anything else. And I love that about it. I love this almost terraced facade, right? You've got down here at the base level, you've got this sort of covered carport. Then you've got a step up to this entry level here where there's a living room. And then you actually have a slight, I think it's a little bit of a step down almost to this dining room space here and a kitchen space. And then the main bedrooms are all on the backside at an elevated level. And that's an unusual sort of configuration for a house. And now when you see it a lot, you're going to understand why. And, this is a custom home, right? Somebody designed this specifically for this site to take advantage of the unique views and the unique topography. And, there's something really special about that when you see a home that looks like it was designed for exactly where it sits. And so this is kind of an overhead view of the house. The roof looks to be pretty new. And you've got already some cool little details. This is sort of the side of the house, and Eaton Canyon is over here. So you're kind of overlooking a canyon. There's this cool, almost cantilever deck off the side here, which is just really a great feature. It's kind of a private deck that's really just designed from kind of the primary suite there. And this is looking at that kind of living room, and it's really this corner of glass in the house looking out into the canyon. It's really quite spectacular. You also have some cool views when you're walking up the steps to the front door as well. I mean, this house has a very unique approach to it. And I really think it's just a few details away from greatness. This is a home that could be on the pages of Architectural Digest just with a few tweaks. When you walk in, you've got kind of something a bit unique here, and that is a corner fireplace in this living room. And I think the temptation would have been to make the fireplace a big focal point in the center, but they really wanted the view and the situation of this house to stand out while they still had a fireplace present. And really, this is a genius solution. I think a lot of homes from this era, they wanted the fireplace to be a focal point so badly that it just dominates the room and makes furniture placement difficult, but not here. And this is really giving you a look at this kind of glassed in living room. And I mean, it really just shows you these canyon walls. We've got a couple of these. I mean, this is your view out from sitting on the couch. And I just, I mean, what a spectacular place to read a book, sit down with your laptop, have great conversations. I think that's what this room was about when it was designed, to really just kind of put you in a different frame of mind, which I think is what great architecture does, doesn't it? It's a space that affects you when you're there. Again, floor to ceiling glass, looking out here into this canyon. You've got some trees that give you a little bit of screening for privacy. And then this is looking back to that front door foyer area and into the dining room and kitchen. You've got exposed beams here. You know, this color palette is a little bit more on the vintage side, inside and out. That's something that, you know, you might consider changing if you own this home. This is the dining room and the kitchen. I actually like this kind of sort of bowsprit arrangement of these windows that kind of, again, give you this view down the canyon. Really quite an ingenious way to make a front yard view something special. This is the kitchen space. It is largely original. I think in 1966, this was a high-end kitchen. You know, today maybe some things have changed, and I think some fairly careful updating, careful and sensitive updating might be in order. This is towards the back of the house. This is a more family room space. So if you were looking at that living room thinking, where am I going to put a TV? Well, there's this kind of more casual space in the back side of the house, right? Where the view is not, maybe, I don't want to say a distraction, but you know, in this space, the view is not really the star of the show. You're looking back onto a pool area. We've got a wet bar in here. And then you've got, this is a bit of an unusual arrangement, but I like it. And you have this kind of elevated space, and it is open out to this living room. And I know what they were trying to do with this. You miss some privacy with this, but you get to take advantage of these views. And because you're at a higher level, it does establish some privacy, right? And then you've also got this private patio off the side here, right? That kind of cantilevers out over the side of the house in the canyon. I mean, and this is your view sitting out of that private patio. I mean, what a great place to kind of, you know, enjoy the evening and dusk, or enjoy a cup of coffee in the morning. You know, I'm a big fan of spaces that actually have a purpose to them. You've got this primary bathroom, which is, of course, large, sunken tub, dressing area, really kind of a lot of space. You've got a big bedroom on the back side of the house. You know, and this house has 4 bedrooms. Again, they took an opportunity, right? Like, I mean, this could have just been a wall here, but they added this extra piece of glass in the bump out. I mean, there's a lot of little thoughtful touches in the design of this home. A secondary bathroom with dual vanities. And then this is kind of looking at that backyard space, right? Out into the pool, and you've got a terrace backyard we're going to take a look at here in a second. I think this is another area where you can really sort of optimize this house. I don't think you've really maximized what can be done with this backyard space. You can kind of build in some lounging in this upper level. I think there's a lot of things to do. Again, this is looking back down the canyon and into this valley. I mean, truly just a spectacular property. Overhead view here, and you can get a good idea of this near half-acre lot. You've kind of got some extra space here to do some things, and some area that can be utilized back up here. And really, this is kind of the money shot of this house. So this is the canyon here, and you can see how the house really is kind of nestled up on top of this, looking out, you know, kind of almost being a sentry at nearly the top of the canyon. And then again, this is a side view. They've done some terracing here as well. That's that deck that we saw. And again, this is that approach to the house. This is another kind of angle where you really get to kind of see again that this home has some very unique shapes and profiles to it. And we just don't build things like this. And I think this really is kind of a one-of-a-kind house. It doesn't look like a lot of other homes from the era. There's definitely some, you know, some prairie style influences with these long horizontal lines like this. But there's also a lot of mid-century modern. And frankly, there's even little bits of Lautner that are kind of thrown in here as well. You've got some city lights views. And so, you know, it's $1.9 million. It's 2,600 square feet. It's hardly inexpensive, but as you can see, this is just one of those homes that really, it just speaks to you. And, you know, when you look at this, it's beautiful as it is, but you also see I mean, really, this could be a home that graces the cover of Architectural Digest with, I think, frankly, not a lot of changes done, especially to this front facade. I mean, it's really that good of a house. And to see that under $2 million in the LA area, situated beautifully with beautiful views like this, I mean, it's really the complete package. And that's why we're talking about it. So if you're interested in this house, and I hope one of you out there is, definitely reach out to us. We would love to show it to you. If you're not interested in this house, but you love architectural homes, definitely reach out to us as well. And also don't forget, if you'd like to be on our daily dose architectural email, we do have a link for that down below in the description. So you can sign up for that email, and then you'll find out about houses like these more on a daily basis rather than kind of a best of greatest hits at the end of the week, or via the one house we get to feature in a video each week. So thank you so much for watching. Questions and comments, as always, we love them. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and we will see you again real soon.